It's a lovely morning. One welcome to the program. Kule Ariyo is my name. Today we are examining a multi-billion-dollar alliance that is turning heads across the country. A $2.6 billion partnership between Ondo and Bauchi states, signed by Governor Loki Aiyedatiwa and Senator Bala Mohammed. This groundbreaking collaboration, one of the most ambitious interstate deals in recent memory, aims to transform agriculture and industrialization, two sectors at the heart of Nigeria's future. From expanding food production and agro-processing to creating jobs and building new industrial hubs, this initiative promises to unlock economic potential across regional lines and perhaps serve as a national model for smart cooperation. But what does $2.6 billion really mean for the average Ondo citizen? How soon will the benefits be felt? And what safeguards are in place to ensure this isn't just another paper deal? These are talking points this morning, and my guest is already here. We'll take a break now. When we'll come back, who's the ground on the place? Please stay with us. Welcome back. This one, taking a look at $2.6 billion deal signed by Governor Loki that was recently. We want to see how beneficial this will be to the state economy and also the people of Ondo State. And I have with me in the studio the good justice. We have Barrister Felix Alonge, a legal practitioner and also a social commentator, to talk more about this and how it will benefit the people of Ondo State. It's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Oh, thank you for having me again. Good day, viewers.
Just a few days ago, the governor signed that deal with Catapult from Bauchi State. How did you receive the news?
Yes, for me as a person, I'm highly delighted that Mr. Governor, Dr. Loki Aiyedatiwa, the governor for the state, is actually within the ground running, as calculated in our East agenda for Ondo State, that is on the mission to fulfill his electionary promises. And this time around, I sincerely appreciate his effort and strategic partnership with his colleagues, Senator Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State, not minding the political cooperation, different political affiliations, but the focus of the governor of Ondo State, vis-a-vis of the Bauchi, is ensuring that people in the two states have dividends of governance, which is more critical, and ensuring that the citizens have better means of livelihood and that employment will be generated. And when you look at the package, focus on two sectors: industrialization and agriculture. It's record development as far as Ondo State is concerned, because at this time around, Ondo State is strategically endowed with mineral resources and a lot of agricultural potentials. Our soil is so fertile, and Mr. Governor Aiyedatiwa is on the driver's seat to make sure that every opportunity takes advantage of it. Not imagine whether Bauchi governor is a different party and Ondo State is another party. Because both parties, they are just mere platforms. And the good people of Ondo State have voted earnestly for Aiyedatiwa. Vis-a-vis that of Bauchi State. And our governor is so highly delighted seeing what the firm, the company, has done similar thing in Bauchi State. And thank God for the effort of the governor in having economic relationship with the Bauchi State, and now having a peer group opportunities, so that this company, Residents Group Cement, has similar industrial estate in Bauchi State.
Okay.
And has actually improved the economy with reference to revenue generation and massive employment for the good people of the Bauchi State. And because of the collaboration between our government and them, he introduced there is a firm.
So it's a working collaboration.
It's a working collaboration that was okay. My colleague, there is a company that can take advantage of the potentials in terms of agricultural potentials and industrial aspect, because the mineral resources are in abundance in commercial quantity as far as Ondo State is concerned. And at this particular time, all the variables that are necessary, the enabling environment for conducive industrial and commercial development are actually in existence in Ondo State.
From what we also got from that deal is that they are also going to put in place one of the largest in the state's history, includes plants for a fertilizer production facility,
yes,
ammonia plant, and petrochemical industry.
Exactly.
All scheduled
within 12 months.
Within 12 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that achievable when you also look at
most of this, the responsibility of government is to provide the enabling environment for industrial development, and our government is ready for that. And the company has the technical know-how and has the financial capability, and that is the two are very, very critical. And the aspect of government is all those things are available in Ondo State, at least having a fertilizer industry in Ondo State or plant, having a ammonia plant in Ondo State and a petrochemical industry. It's going to revolutionize Ondo State, so that it means we are no longer going to focus being a civil service state. We want to be an industrial state.
So why the choice of the southern part of the state?
The choice is that when you look at, we have the largest coastline as far as Nigeria is concerned, and accessibility in terms of transportation on the high sea is so convenient, and that environment, particularly the southern part of Ondo State, is we have free trade zone is also there, and see what the effort of Mr. Governor in ensuring the dualization that they are just flagged off from Bokoda to Okitiwopa, and at the same time that it will soon also flag off that of Okitiwopa to Ore, so that transportation is very, very key for the movement of goods and services, for the movement of the raw materials, and at the same time the manpower that work in that environment. And you can also see the effort of Mr. Governor that is in the head to ensure that our youths are gainfully employed, not only in the civil service but in industrial sectors, whereby they can make render their services, because we have articulate, viable youth population in Ondo State that is so keen to area of agriculture, keen to area of industrialization, and this time around we have a company that has the capacity and the technical know-how to drive three major area of industrialization. They want to focus fertilizer plants, ammonia plants, and vis-a-vis the petrochemical industry.
We'll take it one after the other, but let me take a look at what Mr. Governor said during the signing of that deal.
Yeah.
He said once operational, the seaport is congestion in Lagos port, attracts global investors and position on those things as a gateway to regional trade.
Exactly. You could recollect at a time issue of Dangote refinery was to be located in Ondo State.
Okay.
During the regime of Governor Mimiko at that particular time. You could recollect that so many banks started relocating to Ondo State, having building their offices in Akure, and this is what is going to happen this time around. That as far as Ondo State is concerned, we have the enabling environment that will support that firm, that company, for the realization of its own vision, and at the same time, the company, vis-a-vis Ondo State, will get value for the money they are going to expend in bringing all those industries on board. And it's going to create an industrial hub. And what an industrial hub, the Oriaxis, down to Kutukupa, down to Ibekabo, down to Bokoda area, is a great economic potential, not only to Ondo State, but to Nigeria as a whole. And that littorals, the coastline there, to construct this seaport. I know this government is so committed in ensuring that the CG port, Ondo port, come on board, so that the movement of either within and outside Nigeria, it will be easy. And when it is transportation on the high seas is available, it will be easy for other countries, for all these products to be transported to other part of the world, not only to Nigeria alone.
Let's take what we're going to have there within 12 months, one after the other. Fertilizer production. How beneficial would that be to the people of the state?
Yes, you know, Ondo State, the three central districts are more or less agrarian. You have fertile lands that you can embark on a massive and mechanized farming.
Does it mean that now they do not have access to fertilizer?
Yeah, you know, it's not that they don't have access, but what before the quantity, and at the same time, you know, prices are determined on the basis of supply and demand. That determines the prices. When you have more quantity of fertilizer in the market and now readily available to the farmers, it will improve their yields. It will improve their produce from their farm, so that with little efforts and applying mechanization vis-a-vis issue of fertilizer that will improve the nutrient of the soil, so that what you plant in an hectare, maybe they are realizing about 20 bags, but fertilizer maybe is not realizing 100 bags or 200 bags, so that it means their efforts now and the money expended is not going to be in vain. So that, and that is going to also affect in the positive the living condition of the people of Ondo State. It will crash the prices of food items as far as Ondo State is concerned, and it's an opportunity to make Ondo State food basket of the southwest states, and if not other part of the country. Okay. And because you have the savannah part in Ondo State, we have the more or less the middle that is not also forested in the central district, and you see a lot of other things that have in the south. You know, when you talk in terms of that fertilizer plants, you know, we have palm plantation in the southern part, and they need a specific type of fertilizer to be applicable.
People don't say the highest producer of cocoa in Nigeria. I said Ondo State is the highest producer.
Exactly, and we have his own brand of fertilizer that has to be applied so that it will increase the yield. Okay. Because you know what fertilizer and what cocoa is in the world market now. And you see how people in Idori, how they are smiling into the various sales points, so that they are making it. And thank God, so many people, but even civil servants are also key into agriculture to make sure that it is no longer business as usual, so that it is in the past, so that the man, you are a farmer, people look down on you with disdain. But it's no longer there now. It is an enviable thing to say that me, I'm a farmer today, because you will be able to have access to money because from your produce, and there's ready market for that, and there's going to be value chain in terms of having other smaller plants that to process those produce.
Let's also look at the other sector of the deal, that's petrochemical.
Yes.
So what should we be expecting from that?
Yeah, what we'll be expecting from that is that yeah, for instance, now you are talking in terms of maybe having a refinery, trying to also have engine oil and other things being produced from a structural factory. At the end of the day, it is going to be beneficial in terms of the prices of those items. And at the same time, the employment opportunity is going to be fantastic, so that our youth, not only the youth, competent engineers who are not yet engaged now, they'll be able to utilize their knowledge and the technical expertise and bring all those things to bear. And at the same time, all those things, prices will have, the price of those items will be reduced, and more money to the economy of the state, and it will be possible for Ondo State to be able to get money to finance other sectors of the economy, particularly the health sector and education.
Talking about revenue generation.
It's talking about revenue generation because it's going to have positive what you call multiplier effect in the other sectors of the economy. Because more revenue will come to government, not only government only depending on income taxes of civil servants. And how much is it?
I'm going to Abuja.
I'm going to an issue of cap in hand, the monthly ritual, or go to Abuja to collect allocation. That has made so many states to be docile that whether they work, they don't work, something will come. They are more turning the state more or less to become beggars. So that we should use the era of being competitive, because Nigeria is a federation state, and there is need for competition, and that is why I sincerely appreciate Governor Bala Mohammed having a strategic partnership and sharing the economic prosperity that Bauchi State is experienced now with its colleagues in Ondo State, and also appreciating our own governor also keen to it. It is something for you to be.
How does this agreement now align with the administration's economic vision for Ondo State?
When you look at it, the 7 components of our East is entangled because agriculture feature prominently, and at the same time industrialization, because we cannot continue what happened in the past. In the past, Ondo State, the moment you don't wear tear with ties with coat, believe that you are nobody. But now, an average farmer is to be reckoned with Ondo State, and with industrialization. Ondo State will be an economic Eldorado and a industrial hub as far as Nigeria project is concerned.
According to that agreement, they have 12 months to complete this project you're talking about.
Yes.
Yes. Would you say that 12 months is enough for them to actually ensure that we will have it on board?
You know, they must have done their own feasibility studies and look at the timeline and look at with the technical expertise and various equipment to be imported into the country, and the time of the delivery and the site. All those things must have been taken into consideration. And on the part of the state government has ready-made conducive environment to ensure that we are ready to go to support the industry, to support the firm in the realization. And Mr. Governor has even assured resident group cement company that don't worry, as far as security is concerned, you are safe. Your business is also safe.
I was about to ask you what about the security?
It's assured. Look, for the past 3 months, nothing of any banditry or government do any heinous crime as far as Ondo State is concerned. And thank God for the efforts of the SPR governor, and thank God that our present governor has also stepped up the game more than before to ensure that the Amatekun security network has been encouraged and providing all the relevant facilities for them to do what? To make sufficient sacrifice to secure our people, not only lives but our property, so that company now is, let's assure that when those facilities are established, issue of vandalization will not be there. The working force will be secured, and all those things will be provided, because without security, no country can prosper. It is only when you are secured, you can sleep with your 2 eyes closed, and you are in a place of work, you know that, we're coming, we're going, and you don't have to work, your life is safe, because life is sacrosanct. There's no duplicate for it. When life goes out from anybody, it's forever. It cannot be covered. And that is why Mr. Governor has actually assured, the DC port is there, so that instead of marketing, instead of transportation of access to outside the world is secured. Because the output from the fertilizer plant, the output from ammonia plant and also the output from petrochemical will not be limited, the consumption will not be limited to Ondo State.
Okay.
It will going to be beneficial to Nigeria as a whole.
In the last few days too, the state government also signed an MOU with a company to produce oil production, like 500,000 barrels per day.
Yes, you know, that is why I will continue to enjoy the good people of Ondo State to come to pray and to support Mr. Governor.
But the concern of people is that the MOU is just...
no, this is not the we are not in the regime of MOU signing. Are you agreeing? We are in the regime of reality. We will not have credible investors, both local and international, who are ready. Either will not append the signature to an MOU with just that will be gathering dust in the chairs in the offices. No. And that is why the financial aspect of it is the responsibility of the private sector.
So the people of the should be rest assured that work will begin on this project.
Exactly, because it takes Mr. Governor a reasonable time to take decision. What is not feasible, I that we are not going to it. And the one we are talking about, resident group cement, he did it in Bauchi, and he saw it. He visited his colleague, and the colleague has actually come here with the firm. And they are giving a short timeline, just 1 year.
Of 12 months.
Of 12 months. It means it is a serious business that Ondo State cannot continue to remain as a civil service state. We must step up. And that's why I'm telling people that, as far as Ondo State is concerned, under Ayudatiwa, Ondo State will witness monumental progress in the area of industrialization, in the area of agriculture, because agriculture is so key, and the type of agriculture is going to be more than agriculture, not agriculture of corpses and whole. Like what Mr. President said, that our agricultural farming is going to be sexy. You know the meaning of that? Not in the other way being sexy, but that it is going to be more interesting, and there will be availability of support for whoever is ready to go into agriculture, and that is why our youth have been encouraged. We need to give them a sense of commitment. We need to give them, we have to change their attitudinal posture
and mindset.
That agriculture is the in thing today. Not that you have to go to the farm with cultures and all. Even with your computer system, you can be operating your machine.
And also, they are also part of government. People are also asking that why is it that this gigantic projects are also going to the southern part of the state?
It's not only, Mr. Governor is also trying to look at the three major zones, the central, the north, and all that. And it's, as the government
would have been because of the raw materials.
Majorly, those the company, raw materials is a key factor for the location of an industry, and because of what the economy of scale. Because if you set an industry that is too far from the plant, because of the movement of the raw materials and even men to the site of the raw materials, it will increase the cost of production. But thank God that all these raw materials have been divinely endowed in those areas. And Mr. Governor, as time unfolds, the other zones should not fear that Mr. Governor is also looking in the direction of the Northern Central District and the Central Central District.
At time, because I know the benefit will also spread across.
Exactly.
But for now, the people of Ilate, local government, will be there. So what will now be advised to the leaders and athletes and people, the residents, especially the young ones there?
It's one, God in His infinite mercy has just shown favor to them at this time. It It is not because of sentiments. It is just because it is what is feasible at this material time. And the benefits that will come from these industrial opportunities that Mr. Government is going to bring to realization is going to be the overall interest of the good people of Ondo State. But majorly now, the people in Southern Central District, particularly the larger area there, the riverine area, that we have for this sort of thing, and the college, they try as soon as possible to embrace the effort of Mr. Governor in ensuring that, there is peaceful atmosphere, and to ensure that all the government's assets and facilities are protected, so that the workers will feel secured. The issue of Omonile should not come to play at this material time. And they also benefit from what we call issue of community, what they normally social responsibility, which is going to be an advantage. At this time, the youth in that area are very lucky. The community, everybody is so lucky in that particular corporate social responsibility. Because other things be done for those communities.
Before we go, let's take a look at the confidence of because just yesterday,
yes,
government has also signed another MOU. So in the last 2-3 weeks, we have had 3 MOU signed by government. Would you say these are coming as a result of confidence and now having the state and the state government?
And let me even also the other aspect. The only part to be appreciated.
Okay.
That is the agency that is actually working behind the scene to make sure that whichever industry or firm that is coming, that critical variables have been looked into it and look at the feasibility of all these sort of things.
We will come to talk about on paper and how it's also facilitating investors on those things at another time because time is not on our side. In the last 25 minutes or thereabout, I'll be speaking with Barrister Felix along there, and together we're taking a look at the $2.6 billion deal signed by Governor Lokaida Tiwa in the last 2 weeks. Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on the show today.
I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure having you.
God bless our government.
That's how it's going to be on the show today. Join us on Friday for another one. Kunle Ariyo is my name. Good morning.